It's this party tonight, isn't it?
Nah, it's more like a club than a party.
Yeah, it's more like a club than a party.
'Cause it's free, innit?
'Cause it's free, innit? So it's more like a club than a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's going then?
No one, just Gemma, Sarah, Zoe, Danielle, Heather, Loz, Boz, Gaz, Daz and Adrian.
Yeah, no one.
Yeah, no one. I've got nothing to wear.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm wearing an asymmetrical halter neck in berry-tone subtitled in mint.
Only 'cause that'll suit you, innit? Only 'cause you got a classic endomorph torso culminating in a pear-shaped derriere as profiled in More magazine, innit?
Yeah.
Excuse me, could you tell me where I find ladies' scarves?
I don't want to go tonight on account of I hate my face.
Nah, you got the fine bone facial structure of that English rose.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nah. I've got spongy, uneven skin texture on account of me raging, surging hormones. What is my mostest Achilles heel of the teenage girl?
I've got a molecular exfoliant with proteins and moisture-rich seaweed extracts for problem areas in a tea tree, T-zone for tender teenagers range and all ranges.
Yeah, that's cover girl, innit?
Nice, Rimmel.
Rimmel, not cover girl. Is Danielle going tonight?
Yeah.
Only she's got designs on your Lee, innit?
Yeah, but I've had words.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Excuse me.
I said you look at him again and I'll cut off your head and shit in your neck.
Could you tell me what floor pants are on? Bras and pants?
Anyway, Danielle can have Lee for all I care, because I'm going to dump him.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I found that his differing male needs and his requirements of his particular maturity stage was in confliction and or alienating to my female persona.
Yeah, 'cause you've got to look after yourself in your own life, innit?
Yeah, you've got to trust your own feminine intuition, innit?
Yeah, 'cause your independence don't drop through the letterbox in the morning, innit?
Yeah. And he's a pussy hole. I'm going tea break.
Oh, cover.
Excuse me, mate. I've got a better car than you. What? What do you mean, yo, what? Vauxhall, Mercedes. My car's better than yours. That's because I've made a success of my life and you haven't. Oh, yes. I am considerably richer than you.
Welcome, Chelsea's record French signing, Jules Cockney.
Bonjour, sacre bleu. Ouais, Lisa. Lodge.
So, Jules, how are you fitting in at Stamford Bridge?
Pas, je ne sais pas peur. The seagulls follow the sheep. Of course, the whole area's changed since I was in it. Zipon pom pom.
Well, the first game for Chelsea and a goal within 10 minutes. Describe it.
Oh, mais je peux peur. Wisey's done a lovely little reverse ball. Mais bim de la boum pom pom pom. It's company on the old left peg, which, as you know, Barry, ain't my best. The père Babon, I've sold him a dummy. Oui, the père pouf. Cheap the price, governor. Et le plus plat blanc got their goalie arse about property, bitch. Pique the pater, pouf ballon, piche pache poche. Goal! Félicitations! Rodney, you planca!
Well, you seem to make mincemeat of the opposition, Jules. What do you think of them as a team?
Oh, mais la couscous de la popoche, there's a lot of colour boys in their team now. They weren't like that when I was in my mais j'apprécie pom pom pom. I love my mum.
Jules Cockney, footballer, gentleman, future cabbie. Barry.
What are you doing there, odd kid? Rearranging the house so it's nice and tidy?
No, they're behind on their HP payments, so I'm repossessing the furniture. I want to be a bailiff when I grow up. Yeah.
There's no doubt about it, George. In a long-term relationship, a lady's got to have a lot more than looks alone. I mean, if I was married to Messenger, I'd be happy to keep the lights on during our love-making sessions.
Oh, Messenger would be a marvellous manoeuvre in the marital sack.
She would indeed. And she'd be a pleasure to view not only horizontally, but also vertically across the dinner table. As long as she cooked my steak and chips how I like it. But if she left the top off the ketchup bottle
No.
on a regular basis, I should say, oi, Messenger, no! I admire your love-making technique and your prominent frontage. But how many times have I got to tell you to put the ketchup lid back on post-dolloping? Look, the neck residue's gone crusty, thus impeding the flow of sauce onto my steak, you big bosom bitch!
Well, that's the problem with these lovely ladies, isn't it, Frank? You know what I mean? They're all very well on the telly and page 3, but if you got married to them, they'd be inclined to let their standards drop, wouldn't they? I mean, I admire Van Houten.
Oh, Van Houten's a bespoke combination of actress and minx.
Indeed, and it'd be a pleasure to be married to it. But if it was lying on the bed, scantily clad, waiting for me, do you know what I mean? I've had to nip into the bog for a pre-coital waz. I've gone in there, there's dirty cotton wool balls all over the sink, the vanity unit, the floor. I should say, oi, Van Houten, get your sexy semi-clad little arse in here now and sort it out before I even consider giving you a portion.
That dirty Dutch dog. I mean, and it's not just slacking standards you might have to watch out for in a modern marriage to a model type, is it, George? I mean, it's the silly little things that start to get your goat. I mean, you think I'd be reasonably happy to be married to a waif like Moss?
Oh, Moss is a curvy catwalk dream. You and her would be a winning combination, Frank.
You would think so, George, you would think so. But these model types, they're a little bit dippy, a little bit forgetful, drive you bloody mad! I can see it now, there I am on the divan, being romantic, getting down to the mucky business with Moss, when suddenly there's this funny noise. Butter, butter.
Oh, butter.
She's only left her mobile on, and she only goes and bleeding answers it while I'm trying to push the pork.
Who is it then, her mum?
No, it's Presley.
Oh, God, she's always wanted a one-to-one with him, hasn't she?
She has, and she's all, hello, mate. Oh, what a nice surprise. I should say, give me that, Moss. Oi, Presley, you will always be the king of rock and roll, but it's 10:30 in the evening. I've just taken a Viagra, and I am trying to give Moss 1-to-1. Call back from the afterlife at a more convenient moment, you fat genius.
Slam the old phone down on the key and get back to giving it to Moss.
Not before admonishing her, George. I should say, oi, Moss, no, you stupid supermodel. And I turn her over, tie her wrist to the bedpost,
Yeah, all right, Frank.
lift her skimpy negligee, what I bought her from Summers for Christmas,
All right, that's enough
and
now, Frank.
spank her sweet little bottom till it's all pink and she'd moan like a dainty deer.
Frank!
I've got to go to the little boy's room.
Excuse me.
Good morning, madam. How may I help you?
I think this might be the car I'm after. Can I have a look inside?
Certainly, madam. Allow me.
Only 30,000 miles, that's pretty good, isn't it, for a car of this age and price?
It would be, madam, yes, if it was accurate. But I've clocked her, you see. She's actually done over 100,000 miles. At this price, she's a rip-off. I wouldn't waste your money.
Well, I admire your honesty.
Honest John by name and nature, madam. Pity, though, because she is a lovely-looking motor. Mind you, that probably makes her not right for you.
What do you mean?
Look, let me explain. Car drives down the road, people stop and admire. Then you get out, and they get a nasty shock.
Are you saying I'm ugly?
Well, you're hardly dying the doors, are you, madam? I mean, you may have been all right once, But to be honest, unlike the Calibra here, your high mileage has taken a terrible toll on your bodywork. Do you see?
How dare you?
I was only being honest.
Hello, Kate Moss. Elvis Presley. Oh, thanks for calling. I've always wanted a one-to-one with you. Listen, hello? Hello? I just got into a tunnel. Can you still hear me? Oh, bollocks!
Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard. Dad?
I'm upstairs in the loo.
Who was Henry VIII's wife?
Catherine Hart.
What?
Catherine Hart.
What?
I'm upstairs in the loo. If you want to ask me a question, come here. I'm not prepared to carry on shouting.
Where are you?
In the loo. Catherine Parr.
Oh yeah, thanks, Dad.
Lovely jubbly.
Lovely jubbly.
Geezer.
Geezer.
Beer gut.
Beer guts. Buff.
Telly cockneys.
Telecockneys.
Say F off.
F off.
Where are the telly cockneys?
F off.
They're in the pub.
In the pub.
All the telly cockneys are very thirsty. Geezer wants a light for his fag.
Geezer, light, lovely jubbly.
But lovely jubbly wants a fight.
Fight!
Telly cockneys love fighting.
Fight! Beer gut, need a piss. Uh-oh.
Beer gut's too pissed to get to the bog. Luckily, the Lulu was on hand.
Hey, Lulu!
Toilet.
Telly cockneys love having a piss in front of their mates.
Hello. Boff, where are you? Your dinner's on the table.
F off.
To their birds, telly cockneys love to say,
F off.
and they all have another drink to celebrate.
Same again. Big jugs.
Telly cockneys love big jugs.
Big jugs.
Time, gentlemen, please. Time, gentlemen, please.
Bye-bye, geezer.
Sure.
Bye-bye, lovely jubbly.
Leah.
Bye-bye, beer gut.
I love you.
Telly cockneys love to say,
F off.
Oh, where were all yous lot doing out here, like?
Oh man, they've made the office now smirking, so we've had to come out here.
Oh, right. So, Emma, what's your book of the year?
oh, it's got to be Bridget Jones's
Bridget Jones.
Bridget Jones.
Helen Fielding is just so perceptive, isn't she?
Isn't she?
Gorgeous. I mean, I felt I was Bridget. Yeah. I am Bridget Jones. Yes, I'm Bridget Jones. No, I'm Bridget Jones. I'm Bridget Jones. I'm Bridget Jones.
Oh, but it's like me with High Fidelity. I mean, I read that and I just thought, I am the guy in this book.
Cornby's so perceptive, isn't it? I mean, I've just read about a boy, and I thought, oh my God, I am about a boy.
No, absolutely. But you say that, you see, but the thing is, the classic authors, even Dickens, are still very now. I mean, you know, I read David Copperfield, and it was just me.
I read Oliver Twist, and that was me. Please, sir, can I have some more wine?
Oh, I'll tell you who I really am. Anna Karenina.
Oh, I always thought you were Natasha from War and Peace.
No, darling, you're Natasha.
No, I'm Tess of the D'Urbervilles.
I'm the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Well, I'm Paddy Clark. Ha, ha, ha.
Well, I'm the joy of sex.
No, you're not. Believe me, you are not.
Ian Wright, Martin Luther King. Oh, hello, sir. How do you manage to stay non-violent when... Hello? Oh, bollocks! Bloody battery's gone.
Don't be ridiculous, Kevin. Of course you can't go to America.
I'm going to visit your Aunt Mabel. Come along.
That is so unfair. Yes! The old ticket to the USA. Hey! That's my friggin' ticket! Oh, yeah? Yeah! Hey, hold on a minute, please, pal. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Comes on. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Welcome aboard the Titanic. She's a bloody good ship. She's never sunk yet. Welcome aboard.
Spunk, Ed Begoer. I never thought I'd see the day when I, Philo Slope, would be saying farewell to my fair Colleen Whitehead and sailing off to make me fortune in the land of opportunity, the land of freedom, the land of 147 varieties of pizza, to be sure.
To end it all.
Come on then, jump. Cheer us all up.
Oh. I'm going to pull you off.
What is our exact position, Mr. Nice Jim?
We're on the bridge of the Titanic.
What course are we on?
Dinner isn't till 8:30, sir. Dimmer for you, sir.
Time for saving my fiancée, sport. I am considerably richer than you. Are you from Steerage?
No, Guildford.
Would you like a wine, sport?
Okay. So unfair, my parents really hate me. I mean, they just don't understand what it's like to be young. That was so unfair.
Kevin?
What are you doing in there?
I've just been with it. Excuse me, sir. There's an iceberg.
What?
But don't worry, it's a long way away. We've hit an iceberg, sir.
Now, I do not believe you wanted to do that, did you, eh? Did you, eh?
Let me through! I'm richer than you!
I
apologise for the sinking of the Titanic. This is due to the wrong type of ice on the liner. Passengers are requested to make their way to the lifeboats, women and children first.
You heard what the man said? Women and children first. Here you go. Get out of it, you bugger. Here, missus, you forgot your toddler.
What's the situation like below, Nice but Dim?
Marvellous, sir. Someone's had the corking idea of putting an indoor swimming pool in the ballroom. It's got a wave machine and everything. Bloody good fun.
God, for Jesus, for Mary, for Joseph, for the love of God, will you open the gates? I'll get it all clean.
There are 2,000 passengers aboard this ship and 40 lifeboats. Do you know what this means?
2,000 divided by 40 here in my dimension. Take away the number you first thought of. Is the answer Gibraltar, sir?
Have you got a gun, Nice but Dim?
Certainly, sir.
We're gonna die virgins.
Yes, we are.
You're so frigid. You're dumped. I just need my space, yeah?
Hello, sexy.
Ah, Father. I'd like you to meet my special friend, Midshipman Rawlins. He is an admirer of the plays of Mr. Oscar Wilde.
Well, Tom, it's nice you found someone to go down on. I mean, it's good you're going to be with someone at the end up the bottom. On the bottom. I'm just glad you found someone on deck who isn't screaming. Bugger.
I am smoking a fag. Look here, cheeky Irish chappie. We're in a bit of a pickle, so I'm going to play some music to lift our spirits.
Are there any survivors? Is there anyone there? Anyone at all?
Only me!
More from Harry and Chums on this BBC video. New steps, rhythm and even romance on the dance floor. It's still strictly ballroom. BBC Two's film in a couple of minutes, part of Dance Night.
From the pen of Jimmy McGovern.
You've got two options. Option A, I take this to that.
Option B. I'll take option B.
Every town has its secrets.
I want this woman naked in my arms.
Did you ever screw me after screwing him? Did you ever do that?
I'm not going to gamble again.
You will.
For a bet.
The Lakes, a new series, coming in January to BBC One.
In the new year, the BBC launches its biggest ever health campaign.
There's a lot of empties in here, love.
Nothing a strong man like you can't handle.
It will give you sound advice on the hows and whys of getting into shape and show you how to eat well and get active.
What happened to that athletic man I once married?
What, you think I could improve on this?
The Fighting Fat, Fighting Fit campaign.
Of course not, darling.
On television, on radio, online, on the BBC from the 5th of January.
Liverpool-Newcastle is BBC One's Match of the Day in 20 minutes after the news and sport with Michael Burke and Helen Rollison.
"12 British tourists have been kidnapped in Yemen. They were captured by rebel tribesmen after a gun battle with police. A leading British yachtsman is feared drowned after violent storms wrecked the Sydney to Hobart race. And a pair for Atherton makes it his worst test ever." Good evening. 16 Western tourists have been kidnapped by Yemeni tribesmen. 12 of them are British. The group were travelling in a convoy guarded by police when it was ambushed nearly 200 miles south of the capital, Sana'a. There was a gun battle, but nobody is thought to have been injured. The kidnappers' demands aren't yet known.
Outside the capital, the Yemeni government's grip is weak. In the latest incident, even a police escort couldn't stop a convoy of tourists from being abducted and carried away into the mountains. It's a well-travelled route. 150 foreigners have been taken into Yemen's interior in the past 5 years. A British family, the Mitchells, were released in May after being held for 16 days. They said they were well treated and released after bargaining through intermediaries. But tonight, with reports of troops moving against those involved in the latest kidnapping, David Mitchell explained what had happened when similar reports had reached his abductors.
When we had communications with the outside, we sort of had to pass on a number of messages from them, and one of the key things was that the security forces should not attempt anything because obviously people might get hurt, including presumably us.
Yemen is the poorest country in Arabia, and the tribesmen use kidnappings to demand better economic conditions. Schools, hospitals, infrastructure all need improvement.
If they can get foreigners from influential countries which provide aid to Yemen, such as the United States or European countries, then that means those countries are going to put pressure on the government, and the government will be in an embarrassing situation and obviously under some pressure to do something.
Britain is pressing the Yemeni authorities to take action to end the kidnapping swiftly and safely. Though in truth there's little that Britain can do directly in what's likely to be another case of tribal infighting. But in the past, those who've been kidnapped have usually been treated well and released unharmed once the kidnappers have made their point. Brian Hanrahan, BBC News, at the Foreign Office.
The British Olympic yachtsman Glyn Charles is feared drowned after being washed overboard when violent storms hit the Sydney to Hobart yacht race. 3 men, all thought to be Australians, are known to have died. 2 more people are still missing. The 700-mile race began in Sydney 2 days ago. The storm struck yesterday as the yachts approached Gaybo Island. Dozens of crewmen had to be rescued by helicopter. The lead boat has just arrived in Hobart, though scores of yachts have withdrawn from the race.